Clare's Camogie side get their All Ireland series underway this weekend with the visit of Dublin to Zimmer Biomet Páirc Chisóg, joined now by manager Eugene Foudy ahead of that game. And Eugene, is there fierce excitement in the group ahead of getting the All Ireland series underway?
Yeah, there's a great bond. Winning the league was a huge bonus after all the hard work the girls have done since last November. And winning that league and get the confidence from that has been massive. And everyone's training well, and looking forward to another fierce battle on Saturday.
I suppose that confidence was all the more evident when you see the nature of the performance, although going down to Waterford, but to put in a really good display that day.
Yeah, well, we had a few parameters, goals set out for ourselves at the start of the year. Obviously, winning the league was one of them. And then, once we learned we were playing Waterford in the Munster Championship, after the defeat last year in the quarter final in Croke Park by 10 points, we wanted to know where we had improved and gained. So to run Waterford so close 6 days after the league final was a huge bonus and a huge confidence builder for the girls, and that's that's where we're at, and that's where even since then we've got our work done in training, but we're still building on that unity and that bond and that teamwork, and moving the ball fast, and and girls have bought into it, and it's brilliant.
And can you take extra confidence from Waterford's own performance against Tipperary, knowing that you were right there alongside them as well?
Yeah, look at it. I mean, some of the teams have come back to the pack. If you look at the likes of Galway and Cork, right, they have come back to the pack, and it's a really competitive All Ireland Championship. There was a first round of it last weekend. Offaly was victorious over Wexford. I mean, in the league, Wexford beat Offaly by 12 points, and Offaly turned that around. So any team can beat anyone on the day, and that's really the emphasis we're putting on our girls. We have to be at our top performance. We have to be at our best every day to get those wins.
And you're facing a Dublin team that have been spurned a couple of times by you. Of course, you grabbed that late draw against them in the league phase, and then of defeating them in the final as well.
Yeah, look at, and they're hurting. Do you know what I mean? They were in the final. They were in Division 1A last year. They came down this year. They were hoping to get back up straight away. We beat them, so they're eager now to set the record straight and get their championship off to a good start on Saturday. But hopefully our girls can perform and keep the work rate up and keep putting pressure on Dublin, and hopefully we can benefit from that like we did in the league final.
And they're carrying that extra little bit of hurt as well from losing out in the provincial final to Wexford.
Yeah, that was another competitive game for them. So do you know what I mean? But look at they have quality players throughout the field. We know them well, from playing them down through the years. They're strong individuals. That won't affect them. Do you know what I mean? This is a new competition, and like ourselves, they'll want to start the first game with a win, and because if you lose your first game, it puts you under pressure on the remaining games. It's 5 games with 2 teams come out to a quarter final, so every game is competitive.
Yeah, and it's a slightly new format, I suppose, compared to last year with the 4 semi-finalists in Group 1 and everyone else, if you want, in Group 2. Are you confident of getting one of those 2 quarter-final spots?
We are hoping. Do you know what I mean? But we're taking one game at a time. I mean, all our focus now is getting a home victory in our first game. We're lucky to have our first match at home. We're hoping for a big Clare support for us, and it's cutting razor to the footballers afterwards. Hopefully the football will come in early and support the girls, and if we can get a home victory to start our campaign, that'd be a huge bonus.
And is it a good change to the system compared to what it had last year with the 2 groups of 5?
Ask me that after the championship, Tara. Look at it. I mean, for the girls themselves, I mean, you always want to judge yourself. I mean, to play against the Corks, the Galways, these teams, and we've always had huge battles. I mean, going out to Park and playing Cork, or you play Tip in Simple Stadium. We missed out on that opportunity this year. So you can always gauge yourself. But that's the way the competition is, and we just have to plough on now and make sure we do get one of those 2 top spots, and it's going to be very competitive. We've Kilkenny, Limerick, Dublin, Wexford, Offaly in the group, so it means it's going to be a really competitive championship. So we look forward to it.
And I suppose you mentioned the importance there of the fast start. You've had plenty of time, I suppose, from that Waterford game to rest, but also to prepare for this one as well.
Yeah, look, the training has gone really well. We've done a huge block of work again. The key this year has been our fitness and our ability to finish games strong. We did that against Dublin in the league final. We did it against Limerick in the league. We just our fitness this year has been key to our success, and we hopefully have that balance got right. There's huge work done by Aaron and Dara and Trevor and all that in the backroom team, Jason. So they've all worked really hard to get the girls primed and ready for Saturday.
And you touched it already, get a nice big crowd in, and hopefully some of the footballers who'd be more neutral, they might show up a bit earlier as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's the fact that, and thanks to the Clare GA for accommodating a double header on Saturday. So hopefully the footballers will come in and give the girls a bit of support before the football game.